नमस्ते बिटिया, सदा खुश रहो। माई सेल्फ डॉक्टर हेमंत व्यास, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर एंड हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ सर्जरी, फैकल्टी ऑफ होम्योपैथिक साइंस, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी, जयपुर. In today's session, we are going to discuss about umbilical hernia. So let's start. The umbilical defect is present at birth but closes as the stump of the umbilical cord heals, usually within a week of birth. This process may be delayed, leading to development of herniation in the neonatal period. The umbilical ring may also stretch and reopen in adult life. Umbilical hernia in children. 10% of infants are uh, uh, or have higher incidence in premature babies. Hernia appears within a few weeks of birth. It is generally symptomless, increases in size on crying, and classical conical shape is seen. The incidence is generally similar in boys and girls. Black infants are 8 times more prone than the whites. Obstruction strangulation are extremely uncommon in less than 3 years of age group. Treatment include conservative treatment, generally in less than 2 years of age whenever there is symptomless uh, umbilical hernia. The parent should be assured and we should go for conservative treatment. 95% of will resolve spontaneously, and surgical repair is needed if the hernia persists more than 2 years, and this is unlikely to resolve. Operations. Small curved incision is made immediately below the umbilicus. Neck of sac is defined. Opening and opened and may content and any content are returned to the peritoneal cavity. Sac is closed and redundant sac is excised. The defect is linea alba is closed and the interrupted sutures are given. Umbilical hernia in adults. Reopening of the umbilical defect caused by conditions that cause thinning and stretching of the midline raphe, that is linea alba. Repeated pregnancies that cause weakening abdominal wall. Obesity cause flabby abdominal muscle. Ascites, especially in cirrhotic patients. Defect in median raphe is immediately adjacent to true umbilicus, usually above. Paraumbilical hernia. Umbilical hernia in adult. Round with well defined fibrous margin. Contents. Small umbilical hernia often contains extraperitoneal fat or omentum. Large hernia contains small or large bowel. Very large hernia have narrow neck of the sac and it is prone to become irreducible, obstructed and strangulated. Umbilical hernia in adult. Clinical features. Swelling in the umbilical region increases on coughing or straining. Cough impulse, expansile impulse is present. Patient may also have inguinal hernia. Reducibility can be present. Crescent shape appearance of the umbilicus is seen. Patient complain of pain due to tissue tension and symptom of intermittent bowel obstruction. Dermatitis in cases of large hernia due to thin and stretch of the overlying skin. Umbilical hernia in adult. Treatment. Operation. Hernia that contains bowel has high risk of strangulation. Small hernia is left alone if it is asymptomatic but may get enlarged and require surgery at later date. Reduction of weight. Surgery may be performed open or laparoscopically. Open umbilical hernia repair. Very small defect which are less than 1 cm. These are closed with a simple figure of 8 suture. Repair by Dahn technique where a non-absorbable monofilament suture is crisscrossed across the defect and anchored firmly to the fascia all around. When the defect is up to 2 cm, The suture primarily with minimal tension. Classical repair by Mayo. A transverse incision is made and the hernial sac is dissected, opened and its content are reduced. Any non-viable tissue is removed. The peritoneum is closed. The defect in the anterior rectus sheath is extended laterally on both sides and elevated to create a upper and lower flap that is double breasted. Defects which are more than 2 centimeter, they are repaired with the help of mesh. So mesh repair, mesh is placed in one of the several anatomical planes within the peritoneal cavity, in the retromuscular space, in the extraperitoneal space, in the subcutaneous plane. Laparoscopic umbilical hernia repair. Three ports are placed laterally on the abdominal wall. The contents of the hernia are reduced by traction and external pressure. A disc of non-adherent mesh is introduced and positioned on the undersurface of the abdominal wall, centered on the defect. It is then fixed to the peritoneum and posterior rectus sheaths using staples, tacks, or sutures. That's it from the today's session. This session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will try to resolve it. Thank you very much.